Well, if you guys are distracted by the tint on my glasses, I'm not sorry, but I need to be comfortable for this video because it's a topic I'm not necessarily comfortable with because it makes me so uneasy, but we're gonna talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Liz, and today I'm going to be talking about anxiety. I have been asked questions about this a lot recently, and I knew I wanted to make an entire video talking about it with you guys because it's important. It's an important topic. I kind of want to shed light to something that's very dark to some people and just shed some light to kind of make more people knowledgeable on how certain things make people feel and just how people think when they have anxiety and just stuff like that. Fair warning, I'm not a licensed therapist. I do see one and I love her with all my heart. She's the best thing that ever happened to me last year in 2017. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. These are all of my experiences. You probably experienced something different. I'm just gonna go off of what I know. And I did a little research on the topic and I'm just gonna give you guys some advice on how I deal with things. I definitely cannot recommend you to do anything. If anything, I can recommend that you go talk to your doctor on ways to help with all of this. Trust me, it does help a lot. This past year was very hard for me mental health wise. Probably the worst year for me, to be honest. But what can you do? The year's over. I'm kind of still okay. I have weird days, I have okay days, I have great days, I have fucking terrible days, but I'm still here and that's all that matters. So I went on my Instagram and I posted on my Instagram story asking people to kind of ask me questions on what they would like me to talk about in this video. This is the second time I filmed this video. I didn't like the first time because I don't like harsh lighting. I don't like my softboxes anymore. I don't like that lighting. I just had to refilm it and here we are. I wanted to be as comfortable as I possibly can, so I'm wearing this sweater that means the world to me for many different reasons, and I wear it a lot. This thing makes me feel safe and comfortable, and yeah. Anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically with certain events or something with an uncertain outcome, and that's the actual definition of anxiety. Occasional anxiety is typical. Everyone has it. It's a part of life. So if you're ever nervous about going on your first date or a big game that you're about to play or having to talk in front of a bunch of people, that's completely fine and that's completely normal. Someone with an anxiety disorder, that feeling never goes away. Over time gets worse. There are several types of different anxiety disorders. I think I personally have the general anxiety disorder. Also, if you see this blue tint on my glasses, that is so it can help me look at computer screens without getting headaches. I'm sorry if it's a distraction, but I kind of want to wear my glasses today for this video, so why not? So enjoy the distraction. Anxiety can be treated generally through either talking to a therapist or being medicated or both. And you can do nothing about it and just do whatever. But just know, I'm gonna put this at the beginning of the video and the end, things will get better. And if you are having a hard time right now, I will leave all the links to any of the suicide hotlines, any numbers that you could call to get help, to talk to someone. Just know that it's going to be okay in the end, that it's not going to be bad all the time, even though it may seem like it is. I will leave everything in the description box for you to contact if you want to be more informed, or if you just need to talk to someone or anything, please just call those numbers. So we're gonna get into some questions that I was asked, and yeah, let's get on to that. So my friend Mackenzie asked, what do you do to cope with anxiety, especially when it comes on quick? So I know that whenever I am feeling very stressed, nervous, or just anything in general, I have to breathe because I actually start holding my breath. I'm just like, I always close my eyes and just kind of like do some deep breathing exercises. Meditation helps with just kind of like breathing exercises and stuff. I need to either breathe or I just need to get it out of that situation and just go home because it's hard to go through all of that, you know? I don't like it. No one does. If I know that I'm not gonna be in the best mood possible, I kind of just isolate myself until I feel better because I know whenever I'm feeling that way, I snap at people, and I don't like snapping at people because I don't want to be mean to people because I like being nice. And I don't want people to think I don't like them, and then I worry about snapping at them, and then it just turns into a whole big circle, and then I have a panic attack, and then yep. So I just breathe. I have to breathe a lot. I always think of happy things. Instantly look at my pop socket because we all know I love my dog with all my heart, so That's important. Someone asked me what I do on my bad days to kind of make them better. And it's kind of like how I cope with anxiety on days. Usually sometimes it happens after like very stressful days during the week because of work or been overstimulated. If I'm around people all the time, this past weekend I've been around so many people that I'm just like, it was so much fun at the time, but at this moment I'm drained. I need to be by myself. I need to film. I need to do so much stuff. I have to schedule, I have to book a area to shoot family photos, and it's just kind of like me overthinking, and then I just shut down. I have to do things that I know will make me happy. I can't take a nap because I always feel bad after taking a nap because I always think that I could be doing so many other things. I need to be productive. I want to be productive, and taking a nap kind of just takes away from all that because a lot of the times my anxiety is caused from other people, and I know it's not their intention, and I know they can't help it if they cause it, but like I don't want them to feel like, oh god, she's feeling this way because it's my fault. Well, yeah, it is, but you know, it's also my fault because my brain sucks and I just need to be away from people at the moment. I stay off my phone. I will not touch my phone. I sometimes just like lose it on purpose so I don't have to check messages. I don't have to look at social media because social media is a huge cause for my anxiety. It sucks because I don't like feeling judged, and I don't like looking at my YouTube because YouTube's fucking with me and just not uploading a lot, and every time I post a video I get less subscribers and just stresses me out, and I'm just like, oh my god, even though numbers don't matter, it's just kind of like, I thought it was growing but now it's shrinking, and I'm just, so I can't look at social media. It's really bad for me. Biggest cause of one of my anxieties, whenever I feel stressed, I just kind of ditch my phone because I don't like talking to people all the time. It's overwhelming. I just can't do it. I like to listen to music. I have to listen to happy stuff because if I get into a depressive mood and I just start listening to like Phoebe Bridgers or like Turnover or anything really slow, I'm going to go into a whirlwind of depression and just lay on the middle of my floor or just lay in my bed until like the next day. I have a coloring book in my dresser over here whenever I feel anxious, and it helps a lot because it's a good distraction. You want to distract your brain from whatever you're thinking about or whatever you're just feeling at the moment, and coloring helps because it's a creative outlet. You don't have to do much thinking and it's fun. Mine's Harry Potter themed, so we all know I love that. I do that, or I watch a lot of Disney movies because they're usually really happy. They're usually like, oh my god, the prince and princess ended up together. That's so cute. Love that for them. Wish it was me, but no, I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. Actually, I'd feel like I'd prefer that because people stress me out. But yeah, I watch a movie because usually movies put me in a better mood. Again, it's a good distraction. But yeah, I usually watch like happy movies like Harry Potter, even though that can be depressing, or any Disney because I love that, or Marvel. Love Marvel. I love to pet my dog, of course. Remy helps a lot with my anxiety. Animals are so good for people with anxiety or depression. First off, they don't talk, so it's incredible, and you don't have to like respond back to them or their questions. And I feel like humans just ask so many questions, and I'm like, can you just like exist next to me and not speak? Is that a thing that someone can do for me? I would love that. Remy knows whenever I am just not feeling my best, or I'm just not in the best mood, and I appreciate that so much. I love her. God, I don't know where I would be. We got her because of my anxiety. First dog, Molly. We had, after one of my friends passed away when I was in first grade, I believe. Like the summer before first grade or second grade, she passed away, and I think that's what triggered everything for me. Let's just say my anxiety when I was little, my parents and my sister cringe whenever they see photos of me from that age, or when they hear videos or my voice from that age. So that's how bad it was. That whole thing with her caused a lot of anxiety, so we had to get me a dog. That's how I got Molly. She was a nutcase, but we loved her. And then she passed away the same year my grandma did, and that was a lot to handle. Then we got Remy. Remy is basically mine, like we all know. See, I wasn't depressed when I was working at the kennel because I was around dogs so much, you know? Animals are really good for people with bad mental health. So like working at a dog kennel or like volunteering at an animal shelter is really good. I worked at a boarding kennel, so I got to see the same dogs all the time and it was fun. I even read books, and that helps a lot too. That helps tremendously. I'm trying to finish all Harry Potter books, not gonna lie. I have never read any of the Harry Potter books. I'm currently on the 5th one. I'm on Order of the Phoenix, and that's such a fucking hard book to get through because that movie sucks. So that's where I'm at the moment, but I've read the first 4, so you can't give me shit because I've actually read and finished them. So spilling the tea right here. Never read any of the Harry Potter books until the past few years. Oops. Fake fan. Paige asked, how does filming help or hurt you when you're going through a rough mental health moment? I'm not gonna lie, I can't film whenever I'm going through a rough mental health moment, but I do plan videos. Again, it's like a distraction, but I feel like my personality shows a lot through the camera. Like, if any of you have met me in person, you will probably say that I'm the exact same person. And thank God. I'm just an awkward human being that makes videos and talks about music and is just weird. And I'm sorry that if you ever see me in person and I'm an awkward child, but like, that's just me. I'm an awkward 24-year-old child. But filming, I can't film because my personality shows a lot, and like whenever something hits me during the middle of filming, I'm like, I can't film this video anymore. Oh my God, what the heck am I gonna do? I usually shut it off. So editing helps a lot though, because it's so therapeutic for me, because it's just one of the first things that I fell in love with, you know? In middle school, I was very fascinated with video editing. I loved it. I did broadcasting. I never wanted to be on camera because I was camera shy. Weird, huh? Like, I have stage fright. I don't like being the center of attention. Weird, right? If you ever witness me in a group setting, I'm always quiet. I'm always observing everything because I find people watching to be so much fun. Filming can't do when I'm in a mood, but editing, I can edit till my little heart is content because it's so much fun for me. It helps a lot with my mental health, like editing wise. How did you know this was something you had to do something about? So like my mental health and how I knew I needed to go see a therapist and get on medication. So I'm actually on medication. I take Lexapro and I also see a therapist. And it sucks because I also have ADD. Love that for me. So I have to take Adderall. And then when I take my Adderall, that heightens your anxiety. So then I have like my Lexapro. I'm like, oh my God, my mind is gonna go to shit. I know a lot of people are against medication. I personally am not. Like, I grew up knowing that like if I obviously take this is gonna help. Like, thank God. I hate feeling like shit. So if anything can like help immediately, I'm all for. Obviously, like, a lot of people don't believe in medication and they don't like medication, and that's completely fine. That's your opinion. I'm here for medication. I need it, and I probably shouldn't be very dependent on it, and I'm not. I can tell a difference when I'm not on it and when I am. So I definitely need to be on it. But how did I know this was something that I had to do something about? It got to the point where I didn't want to leave my house. Everything made me nervous. I didn't really try that well at work. I didn't really want to hang out with anyone. I kind of slept all the time. I wasn't really motivated to do anything. I just wasn't really happy. Like, not even Remy was no, Remy always makes me happy. Like, let's be honest. I was just emotional a lot, and it was bothering me because I am a very productive person. I love creating stuff. I love putting my work out into the world, and like, I love responding to people. I love making people more knowledgeable, and I love kind of teaching people about like anything that I do. So it just got to the point where it was just like, well, maybe not. Let's not do any of this today. Let's just sleep. Let's just maybe ignore your phone. Just That's how I was feeling. I was just like, okay, this is bothering me. I need to see someone. And I got to the point, whenever certain topics were brought up, I would just instantly start crying. I was an emotional wreck all of the time, more than I ever was, because I'm always an emotional wreck. I'm a very emotional person, but I don't like showing my emotions to people. So I was like, Mom, I need to go see a therapist. I need to talk to someone because I'm going crazy. This is not fun. So I see a therapist I did it for once a week, and then I went to every other week, and then I'm doing like kind of like spacing it out, which has helped a lot. It's helped a lot. So if you ever think or want to go talk to someone about mental health or just anything, how you're feeling, just you need to talk to someone, go talk to a therapist, go see someone. It's honestly life-changing. It's helped me so much, and you're not crazy if you're talking to a therapist. They're there to help you. If someone thinks you're crazy for talking to someone, well, first off, fuck them, because that's bullshit. You're doing this to better yourself. Who cares what anyone else thinks? I obviously am just like, I don't really care if people think I'm crazy, because bitch, I probably am. Ugh, it bothers me so much that people make a big deal about seeing a therapist when it's just like, you're doing this to get better. You're doing this to make sure that you're okay. Why is that something to look down upon? I don't get it. Pisses me off. I'm very open about seeing a therapist. Mentioned it on Twitter a few times. I've actually had people tell me like, Liz, because you talk about seeing a therapist, that's made me want to go talk to someone, and it honestly has helped so much. And that makes me feel like I'm doing something right, and that's why I'm making this video. I'm very open about my mental health, and 2018 is the year of like being open about it, and we all should, because it's important, and it does not need to be swept under the rug, because that's stupid. The longer you do that, the worse it's gonna get. So gonna get heated. It's turning into a rant. But yeah, I just got emotional and I needed to talk to someone. Any advice for people dealing with anxiety? Again, like I said, how I do it, I keep my mind busy. So try and keep your mind busy. Sometimes if you feel like you're anxious, I know for me, I get overstimulated and I get anxious about not having my own personal time, I guess. I'm an introvert. Like, I'm an extrovert, but I'm mostly an introvert. Like, I could be content by myself for the rest of my life. I probably need like a friend or two, but like, no. I don't really need anyone. I probably do, but like, I'm a big introvert. I love being by myself. I'm so content. Like, I love friends. I love having my friends. I love loving people. I love being loved by people, and it's a weird feeling because it hasn't really happened a lot until this past year. And that like is big for me. And I don't know. But it's just, sometimes I have to actually like leave my house and get out of there for a little bit, you know? Listen to your favorite podcast, watch your favorite YouTuber, watch your favorite movie, FaceTime your best friend, anything to keep your mind busy. And if you're not feeling great, you know, treat yourself. Go get your nails done. If you're a man, go get some clear nail polish on. Get your shit cleaned up. Go buy something that'll make you happy. I only buy things when I'm mad, I've learned. That's great. I'd love to hear coping mechanisms for panic attacks. Trying everything I can nowadays. This is from my friend Taylor. You want to focus on your breathing, and you also want to do deep breathing, but you also need to realize that you're having a panic attack, because if you're denying the fact that you're having one, it's gonna make it worse, because you're just like, I'm not having a panic attack. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not having a panic attack. You need to accept the fact that you're having one and then work your way through it. There's no way to really stop them because it just happens. That's just how our brains are gonna work. But you need to accept the fact that you're having one, go off on your own and kind of just breathe through it. I have had them a few times. I have to be alone. I don't like people seeing me like that. It's not something I would want other people to witness. You're very vulnerable when that happens. In my opinion, it's just something that I would rather happen on my own instead of in front of other people. So try and go off on your own, kind of picture your happy place and just breathe through it. It sucks, I know, and I wish I had more answers. So if you have any coping mechanisms for panic attacks, please leave them in the comment section down below. I would love to hear how you guys deal with anxiety and what you do and what helps you get through it. Please, I would love to have a whole conversation in the comment section because it's important, obviously. This video is gonna be so long. I'm not sorry, but yeah, I am. This is another thing that my friend Caitlin told me that I should bring up. Anxiety at concerts. There was one time where something snapped. It was at the Main in St. Louis on Halloween. I snapped. Something in my brain was just like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home, but I'm also 7 hours away. Definitely cried way too hard during 24 Floors and Unlost when those were played, so that's awesome. It just wasn't a moment that I wanted to be in. I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. The show was great. It was fun. I loved being around Brianna, Liz, Sam, and Jesse. It was a lot of fun, but at the moment I was like, I need to get out of there. And I kind of just shut down. I didn't really talk to anyone. I just remember Liz texting me and being like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm like, I don't know, but I just need to kind of just sit here and just don't make a big scene out of it. Just let me be me. Just let me do me. I don't even know how to deal with anxiety in concerts. Again, you just have to breathe. If you're feeling uncomfortable, kind of go off on your own for a little bit, kind of go in the back and stand by yourself. Sometimes that happens. Actually, I like standing in the back now at concerts. Being in the front's so stressful. I could punch some people sometimes. They're annoying. I don't think my anxiety acts up during concerts because it's such a happy place for me, you know? Like, anxiety doesn't really happen during concerts because I'm always around people that I love. It's always an artist that I enjoy seeing. That just one day just sucked, and I think it was because it was on Halloween. That was the first Halloween I spent away from home. I wanted to be home so bad because it's just my favorite holiday, and I was so sad that I was missing out on it. And it kind of just hit me, and I texted my mom. I'm like, Chris, I am sad. I'm crying at the show. I wish I was home with you guys in our driveway with Remy, handing out candy to kids because that's so much fun for me. It was just a moment that I did not want to be in. I don't even know if you could tell in the vlog either. Maybe. I don't know. Also, with anxiety, you need to know there's no visible way to tell if someone has it or doesn't. You couldn't tell that I have anxiety, can you? Like, just by looking at me, can you tell that I have anxiety? I mean, if I smile like that, probably. There's no way to really tell if someone is dealing with things underneath. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. Like, someone could be happy, but you don't know what's really going on inside of their head. So kind of keep that in mind whenever you're dealing with people in general. Social anxiety sucks. My friend told me to bring this up, and it's kind of like social anxiety. You need to realize that if you have friends that have it, you just need to know that sometimes going out in public is not their favorite thing to do, because the act of doing something in a public setting is such a chore for them and it takes so much energy out of them. They're overthinking about everything. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I can't do this, because there's some parts with like social anxiety that I don't like dealing with, but it's just, oh, I cannot. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way that I do. Maybe you do. Maybe there's some parts of this video that made sense. Maybe I'm not even making sense and this is just me spitting out everything that I needed to get off of my mind. And that's good. This is like a throw up video, kind of just me throwing up everything I've been needing to talk about. And you know what? That's good. Fuck yeah. I hate myself. just know, again, as I said before, if you feel like you need to talk to someone and you can't see a therapist, call the numbers that I have in the description box down below. Because first off, they're there to help you. But look at me now. I hate myself. But just know that it's gonna get better. It's not always gonna be terrible. You're gonna have better days, trust me. I had to think that through for a while. I feel better after this video. I felt really bad after the first one, but this one I feel better. Oh, someone asked, music has been huge for me and I was wondering how it has helped me cope. Well, I listen to depressing music whenever I am sad. So I definitely cry a lot. I try and listen to happier music. So I try and play like pop music. Pop punk does not do anything for me. Kind of makes me angry, a little angsty, you know? I can't play slow music because I will become an emotional wreck and somehow spiral into the Phoebe Bridgers record that I have sitting in front of me at the moment, and I just cannot do that to myself. It is not healthy. If I'm ever sad, I do listen to her record because it does help. Sometimes it's hard for me to cry, and I always listen to that record and it helps, so thank God. But yeah, I'm just gonna have all of these resources down below for you guys if you are feeling some sort of way. Everything will be linked down below for you guys in the description box. Let me know your thoughts on anxiety and how you deal with it, if you deal with it. If you have any friends that are going through what I'm going through, or anyone else, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, like on how to deal with certain things. Like, let's say, I used to tell my friends that I was sick. I was overstimulated. I didn't want to hang out with anyone. To be honest, I didn't want to fucking see anyone. I just wanted to be home. I'm a big homebody. I hate leaving my house. It's such a chore for me. It takes so much out of me. I hate it. So like if anyone ever wants to hang out, be like, let's hang out at your house. And I'm always like, heck yeah, let's do it. Yeah, if you ever have any questions on how to understand how certain people are thinking, just hit me up and I will definitely answer that for you. Again, remember, I am not a licensed therapist. I don't really know shit. These are all of my experiences. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy this video, leave some comments in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I put videos out 1 to 2 times a week. And you can follow me on any of my social media sites at Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat at ZBethan. It's the same way spelled on every single account. I hope you guys have a great day today, and I'll see you next time.